Hello, everybody. Welcome. This is the VRML semifinals here in the preseason. And we're going to get ready to get started pretty soon. Exciting day today. The first match that I was casting here in VRML 1. It ended up being Team Gravity taking that series against Toxic Units in 2 games. Over on the other end, we had some sort of interesting situation unfolding. Not clear on 100% of the details, but in any case, a maybe forfeit, maybe not. I'm not quite sure. I think there's maybe a sub situation going on with Blast right now. In any case, it was Backlash taking that game in that series, the second round. So, as a result here, we do find ourselves in a semifinal situation, and it is going to be the aforementioned Team Gravity going against Backlash. And this will be a barn burner, no doubt. These two teams have been at the top of their game all preseason. They've been just so cohesive on the team play end. Their offenses ran beautifully. Their stacks are the fastest you've ever seen across any region in the world and across all seasons. Just the absolute speed and team play that you're seeing and that you will see from Team Gravity and Backlash, I can almost guarantee you. In fact, I will guarantee you it's going to be something special. If every player on both of these teams didn't end up with multiple assists, I'd be incredibly surprised. But in any case, we're going to get ready to get started here. I will ping the teams now. And we're going to get set to begin. So for everyone joining us here today and all throughout the day in these busy games, thank you for doing so. I am Palidore. So Much for Subtlety is on the cams. Over on the lower bracket matchup on VRML 2 that will hopefully be happening momentarily. Again, just can't see the updates at the moment. There's a lot of chat going on right now. Kind of predictably so. So I'm just going to be an optimist and assume that that match will happen, hopefully, pretty quickly. But nonetheless, we are getting ready to get started on this one even more quickly. And again, I'm excited for this match. These two teams, absolutely incredible.
12, 11, 10,
and no way around it. I mean, this one's going to be a strong match here. Obviously, Backlash going undefeated for most of the preseason. But the one game they did lose was to guess who? Team Gravity. So a lot of intrigue on this one. The rollout is out, and we are underway here in the semifinals of the EU preseason here. Going off for their first play, Torin in a very quick manner gonna find Sundance, who climbs down the ladder, and there is the assist directly off the first play. Backlash on the board with 2. And that is just a small taste of, I suppose, what we can expect in this series. Torin loves that backboard. That time it was Sundance benefiting off the actual score. But just always looking for, especially on Backlash, they look for the easiest possible shot opportunities at every point. If they find a shot that they do not like, it looks tough, more often than not, they will back it out again until they can find those extra plays. And right there, beautiful cross though! And it's Simon from Al Pacino! And there's the 2 points now for Team Gravity. Right back at them.
11, 10,
So 1 minute off the clock.
8,
1 score apiece. 1 assist apiece. Starting off exactly the way that I pretty much expected. So, launching off now. Backlash. Taking this one. Sundance to Nilly over in the back. A rollout deep in their own end of the floor. It's Viatrex up there trying to contest. Via doing it so well and going for a shot. And that's going to be good for the 3. Team Gravity up. Off of that great defense. Viatrex helping out in that midline, just contesting the QB.
10, 9,
And that's exactly what Via is capable of. That's exactly what he does.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Just in the last game versus Toxic Units, he led the way in the stun department. I had 30-some. The next highest had in the low 20s. So, Viatrex all season, just an absolute brawler at every opportunity. And a great teammate at that. Look, just as I say that, it's Viatrex with the grab. Gets it on through, over up to the top ramp, and it'll sail into the hands of, looks like Simon ducking on through with a little whirl move. Giving a nice little twirl, and then back out to the back line. So biding their time now, spreading out on the floor. It's Viatrex rolling on in. He'll look for that pass, dead center, and into the corner of the goal. It's 7-2 now for Team Gravity. A hot start.
10, 9, 8,
So to everyone watching here, welcome on the Twitch. Everyone watching in the VOD, welcome to the VOD later on. I'm from the past. But glad you're here today. Glad you're here to see this kind of gameplay. Right now, it will be a rollout and trying to find themselves back on the scoring end. Backlash. You know, the points were being piled on in that match between Backlash and Blast in the last round in the other series. First round, I believe, was, what, 13-12? And then the second round kind of ended abruptly. Oh, the headbutt save! Al Pacino was stunned out, and he still gets the save anyway. Beautifully done. A Sundance going in for the pass to Torren and doesn't get it. So slapping it out is Al Pacino. It will get into the pocket. What a defensive series that was. Gotta love it. Back into the other end it goes. Maddie will take it, and he'll find a pass. A little bit in disarray right now is Backlash. They're not able to get the comfort on those passes that they want inside the bubble at the moment. So Nillywick will have it out here. At the bow tie, going up to the corner shoulder. Look at the pressure here coming in at the nest. Oh, but still works around, but Al Pacino, the denial.
clears it out.
Absolutely rejecting it, and now ejecting it to the other side in a stride. Taken here, Simon going in, and there is another 2. Team Gravity, 9-2. What a defensive stop that was, over and over again from Al Pacino, from Team Gravity.
6,
I mean, everyone on there contributing. Viatrex with the stuns all around it. Simon and Lewis roaming and just causing all kinds of problems.
cleared the launcher.
Right now, down by 7 points is Backlash, and that's not because they're playing poorly at all. Exactly, I've seen Mar Pen Paper, Penper in the chat saying, like, they're not playing, they're both playing great, and that's true. That's what I expected. This is why I'm so excited from these games and for this particular matchup, because, again, Backlash's only defeat on the entire preseason, 6 weeks worth of it. 1 defeat came to Team Gravity, and that was just last Sunday, 1 week ago. Al Pacino going to save that without a problem. A deep shot will be off the dot. Going quickly on the approach, it's Maddie taking it away here. And now, again, another intercept. Viatrex taking a tough fadeaway shot, so rebounded by Torren, and Torren will go to the midline. And hiding behind the block there was Simon, so he'll take it right back. For Team Gravity, they have an opportunity here to maybe go up. Potentially double-digit points, we'll see. So Team Gravity takes this away now. 9-2 once again. They have a chance. Looking for that beautiful patience. And look at the pass work. They're just absolutely slicing through the defense, waiting to find a great play. And there it is. Lewis from Simon gets through it.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
And in case you couldn't guess, I was taking a very long drink there. So off it goes to Sundance. He will find a Torren. Backlash finding themselves down by 9. A good punch by Viatrex yet again. Almost forces a turnover. Another punch from Viatrex. Why not? He is just absolutely popping faces there. Playing some whack-a-mole against Backlash. And look, again, Viatrex is doing some unbelievable work in that midline. Almost by himself. He is just stunning out absolutely everyone from Backlash. Backlash getting their heads bashed is what's happening. And now maybe turning it over. And Simon trying to play that back line again for the interception, hiding behind the blocks. But now a very quick stack here from Backlash will buy them the possession on offense. So working it on in is Torren. Torren will look for the corner. Viatrex, watch out for him. His fists have been just iron today. And you don't want to make contact with that. But coming in hot is Via now again. He will get the grab. He will get the clear. On the other side, a triple stack coming in from Team Gravity. They will not make the goal, however. So on the other end, it'll be Backlash recovering Torren with a disc. Good pass over to Niliwick, trying to take advantage of this off-balance defense right now, especially before Vaya comes in, if nothing else. So deep shot, however, or clear, whatever the case was, Vaya will take it and the goal and roll it over to Lewis. Lewis going for that deep clear down center. There's stacks already formed before that one even went out, and it will be taken here, punched out, Simon, but still cleared out and acquired by Vaya. So Via Trex trying to do some more work for his team. That, it's going to be an open goal maybe. Simon looking behind him, looking for a shot. It will be got. 13-2 for Team Gravity. Right now, absolutely rocking this first round with 2.5 and less than that, in fact, until this one is over. Again, these games right now, the semifinals will be best of 3, a real best of 3. There is no consolation third round like in the regular preseason. This is just straight up best of. And right now, Team Gravity showing us the best of their team. Backlash just struggling to get on the board. And it's not that they're even playing particularly poorly, but it's just the incredible defense here and patience from Team Gravity that's buying them so much opportunities. Like, look, he had no time to even do anything with that disc before it was already stolen and slung out. The coverage is amazing right now. And now Sundance will be looking for a player, but just no one there. So maybe trying to get his own rebound. And that in particular, that one might have been a mistake, but he makes up for it there with a save. Sundance. Second chance, though, for Team Gravity. 1.5 minutes remaining, and they're looking in fantastic position to take this first one away. So Simon will find the disc now. The defense for Backlash, just trying to pressure. And at this point, that might be what they need. I know both of these teams are normally very, very good on the stacking, on the speed. But at the moment, it's really a lot of that midfield pressure that's buying Team Gravity so many opportunities. And, even despite that pressure, a lot of this one-on-one play, look at that one, that good tap off. Still tapping it back to the barrier. Niliwick cannot find the shot, but a rebound from Maddie. Maddie getting stunned out. So absolute suffocation on defense here. But going up. Oh, and again, another one, and now the dunk. What was that play? It was save after save after steal after steal after interception, reception, and then the collection finally for the dunk. But that was unbelievable from Team Gravity. They are absolutely rolling here in this game. 13-4. Maddie finding the score for Backlash, but with no time left, this will be the first round conceded to them.
15 seconds remaining.
So one more play here, rolling into the goal. Al Pacino missing that pass, so Torin will throw it out there into the corner. And now it will be the end of the first off of one more shot that will hurt them. 16, why not? 16-4, Team Gravity. Now, that I didn't quite expect. It's not the plays I'm surprised with, it's just more so the volume of them. They just got rolling and didn't look back. 8 apiece for Simon and Lewis. There's that duo that I always talk about so much. Al Pacino, the 3 assists as well. So distributing to his teammates. Viatrex, there's the 21 stuns, the game high currently. No surprises. Over on Backlash, 2 apiece for Sundance and Maddie. An assist for Torin. 2 saves for Torin and a steal as well. But, wow, what a strong start for Team Gravity. Backlash here, again, the #1 seed for the majority. Not losing any games, barely losing any rounds even on the most of the preseason for five straight weeks. Until they finally lost one to Team Gravity. But what an effort there. Round 2, expect Backlash to come out with a lot more fire here. Hopefully recollecting themselves a little bit in preparation for this next round, this round.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So joust underway, round 2 in play. Down in the bubble, taken here by Torin. Will have it stolen by Viatrex. He's all by himself there. Doesn't matter. It's still just causing so much problems even right off the bat. Contesting so hard, and it's interesting. He just creeps up and just gets the advantage. Look, again! Again, Viatrex does it. He just creeps up somehow, sneaks on them. He finds a head with a punch, and then he finds his team ahead with the points because of it. So now dishing off to Simon. Simon going to whirl in for the 2. There's the first one after about 30 seconds. Team Gravity already.
12, 11, 10.
And just a quick update as well. Looking up real quick, it looks like that Toxic Units and Blast match is indeed going to happen there in the lower brackets. About to start, if not already, over on Channel 2. So just an update on that situation. So Lewis finds the disc here, goes for a bounce. Gets to the hands of Simon. Simon going to back that one out now and find in the back line Al Pacino. So rolling on over now to Alp. Viatrex down low on the pass. Nillywick doing a good job to contest over there to make that pass, to force it. Avaya finding more heads. Nillywick just as well, so Nillywick starting to give it back to Viatrex a little bit. Now Sundance tapping it back out, but only into the hands of Simon. So it's still, after all that defensive work, Gravity maintains possession. So now it will go to Al Pacino, a softest of pass to Viatrex. And he will find the 4th point now. So Viatrex, that is his first goal of the game. But believe me when I say his goal isn't scoring per se. His goal is just being whatever his team needs him to be. You know, the brawler, the distributor, whatever it is. He will flex and he will, you know, absolutely come through and whatever your team happens to need. He's been doing it for multiple seasons, for multiple years now. And he's helping enable these new players, like, you know, Simon and Lewis, new to Team Gravity players, and helping them just do what they do by piling on the points and helping them just find their best possible opportunities. It's the cohesion there. Now that said, Backlash, no slouch on that end. They have been a cohesive team. Right now, they're just really struggling to get by some of this incredible defense from Team Gravity, but we know what Backlash is capable of. We know they are a dangerous team. I mean, under the name, you know, Ouroboros, they made it all the way to finals. They were the 2nd place team. I mean, in the world, that's no joke. These guys are capable. They know what they're doing. They have fantastic team play just the same. Right now, they're only down 4. This is nothing to them. They can absolutely start piling that on at any point. Right now, going for the pass, and that one is on point. Torin to Nillywick, and that was a good slam dunk to buy themselves their first 2. And sometimes those easy goals, those are just what you need.
9, 8, 7, 6.
You know, it's what you need to get that momentum going and the offense flowing. You just need to see that disc finally find itself inside the goal. And once you see that, maybe the confidence starts coming with it. And maybe now the momentum. You can see there the stack, the beautiful, speedy stack from Backlash. They get punched out briefly, but then go right back on the approach here on the defensive end, just playing kind of a triangle and monkeying in the middling around that stack is Team Gravity, but so quick. And the more and more that you force those passes, the more likely it is that one of them eventually will miss. So indeed, Maddie will take it, line up the 3 just off the island. Maybe a fortunate miss, though, because it will go back to Backlash at the very least. If it had gone all the way towards the goal, it may just have been intercepted and saved by Team Gravity. So maybe a lucky miss in that regard. But going in for Sundance with a nice chance. Another dunk. This time down below. And also teams calling for a restart right now.
12, 11,
so I'll pull up that and we'll see what's going on here. But it was 4-4. That was some great comeback with the team play there from Backlash. So nothing unexpected there. I figured they would collect themselves a bit here and find a way. So see what's going on. I haven't heard anything else in player comms since then. Okay, it looks like we have a sound glitch is what it sounds like. I'm assuming reversed audio, which has been a somewhat rare but long time issue at times. So that usually just requires a restart of the Oculus client. Well, in the meantime, hello to everyone tuning in over in the Twitch and everyone active there in the chat. See a lot of you all up in there. Duller Ranger, Rocktor.
Blue team ready.
Mar, Emil,
Orange team ready.
and Zux as well.
Round starting in
All right, so that was pretty quick here.
12, 11.
Going back to the
10,
restart, and
9,
I'm gonna take my
8,
quick sip.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
And now we'll get right back into it. So don't be confused by what you're seeing here on the clock. As Lewis just dodging on through. Look at those jukes.
Intercepted.
But yeah, don't be confused by the time in the round count. This is the second round. It was Team Gravity taking the first one in a strong manner. Right now, we're in the second. This is a best of 3, so Backlash in a position where they need to win to stay alive, at least in the upper bracket. If they lose this one, they'll go on to face the winner of the Blast and Toxic Units match in the lower bracket. So Backlash, again, just in a position where, you know, maybe not feeling as high pressure in the sense that they've been here before, they're experienced, but at the same time, it is a, on paper, high pressure situation. And now finding a clear, it's an immediate boost here from Team Gravity. They're going to get there first. They're going to go for the goal, cannot make it. It'll just be too tough of an angle. That quickness buying another possession here for Sundance on the other end, going for a bounce shot. It actually bounces down, but his teammate Torin is there to collect it, but Viatrex is there, as he usually is, for a stun. Still, Torin will get the disc and dish it off to Nillywick. Nillywick has a back pass available. That's going to be contested by Lewis. Some good contesting here, and that's exactly what bought Team Gravity the victory against Backlash last Sunday. The first defeat for Backlash was because of some of that midfield pressure. They weren't giving Backlash time to collect themselves, and now collecting a save. Al Pacino again. He has had a few of them, and that one just as beautiful as any. Just an incredible goalkeeper as a double stun comes out here down low between Maddie and Simon. You know, over onto Vaya, he will dish it off softly to Al Pacino. And now a longer pass back to Simon. And again, so this is the kind of, like, you see these long, medium to long passes that Team Gravity is currently buying. That's what Backlash likes to do as well in the midline. The thing is, Gravity oftentimes, and in some of these games, they're actually really pushing those lanes, not giving them time. Going in, though, no time. The double clutch from Lewis. Just trying to throw off the goalkeeper. Unable to, though, so he gets stunned. The turnover goes through. He's going to bounce off that side wall, but taken right back by Simon here. And according to Duller, Slyn is subbing for Blast in the other match. Now that is quite interesting. The reunification, I suppose, of Boop and Slyn, if that is indeed the case. And that is quite intriguing in itself. The last time they were teammates, 2017, I do believe, so that's quite interesting. Over on Jax, they were a second place team way back in the early seasons. But now going in, oh, for the shots, and coming in just in time. So the 7-4 lead for Backlash. And there is the comeback I was expecting. Only a 3-point lead, but in a lower scoring round like this one, that is exactly what they need. Viatrex rolling on out here. Will dish it off to the other end, just trying to find someone in their stride, but a stack recollecting for Backlash here. So maybe a momentum reversal as that disc sails past the first attempt, but recollected there by Team Gravity. Viatrex again, just throwing a random stun. Makes me laugh, but it's so effective. It really is. I mean, Via is up to 9 stuns since the reset. I mean, it's probably up to like 40-something by now on the whole series. I mean, he had 20-some in the first round, I believe, but going in here now to Vaya. He's going to go in for the offense, but too tough of an angle will be retaken by Simon. Another chance at it. Going for a backboard play, perhaps, but no, because that is a good stun out. Backlash with some nice defense. It's Nilly and Maddie trying to get a boost off each other. Lewis. Nillywick actually getting the grab, finding an immediate boost. Like, see how aware they are. Every time the disc is not in their possession, for both of these teams, they are immediately looking for the nearest player to boost off of. Now, that said, that shot attempt will be denied here off the aforementioned quick stack from Backlash. They'll dish it to the other end. A incredibly quick boost will force that turnover, maybe. And now an interception on the other side will be taken by Simon. Simon trying to dodge through the defense, getting that to Vaya. Vaya going for the zipper pass, and then the shot not quite on. very tight defense, so Backlash now starting to really close in on the defensive end, especially in that bubble. Team Gravity's been denied a few times now in a row. So off it goes, off the backboard, and oh, the three! So tying it up off of that huge shot with less than a minute. I'm surprised he took it, surprised he made it, but now it's a tied up game.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, that was a tight bounce in from that corner. It is less than 30 seconds left of Backlash right now. They need to stay alive here. This could be a huge boon for their team. And all the save, Nillywick. Wonderful dive by Backlash. A wonderful collection. A even better stack. This could buy them the victory here in the round if they go in, and they will. Nillywick will take this away for Backlash in round 2. So we are going for a game 3 in this semifinal match. Fantastic play. And that will do it for the round. We are going to the third one, and I do believe for the first time so far in these series today. Backlash, I figured that they would make that comeback, that they would come out with some more fire. The first round really not close, 16-4, as you can see there. And that is very unlike Backlash. It's very like Team Gravity, granted, because they were just rolling, doing everything they do, but turned up to 11 basically. But now in this next round, this second round, Backlash had come back to really match that, if nothing else. Fantastic work. And minding you the reset, so the stats aren't too cohesive on the whole series, representative of it, but just great play. I mean, Sundance and Nillywick with 3 points, 2 points respectively. Over on the other end, I mean, Lewis, the 1-3, Biotrex, the 11 stuns. What an effort.
Round starting in 12, 11, 10, 9, 8.
All right, excuse the pause. Just trying to keep my voice alive, don't you know? Lots of hydration. Because right now, I bet you these teams need it because of the pace. Oh, losing that first joust, just no one getting it. Finally the grab. Yeah, not even talking about me, just these teammates here for both these teams. Al Pacino finding the first 2 points, trying to anchor down. But you got to figure, no doubt, given the incredible pace of these European games, actually the time incorrect because of the reset. That is also unfortunate. It's 11 seconds off the clock. There you go. Good. I'm glad the teammates or the teams recognize that, because that would have been a little bit awkward. So first 2 points should count. That's 11 seconds. One moment, listening to the player comms here, sorry. Okay, so it looks like... Alright, well, that's fair enough. They agreed on 9:30 on the clock, 2 points there for Team Gravity. Biotrex had actually said, it should be noted, even though Team Gravity scored that, Biotrex had come up right here in the player comms and just said he'd be cool with just restarting completely. So, fair play to him, even though that would have taken away their goal. He was still coming in there with a good sportsmanship, but either way, they settled on this 9.5 and 2 for Team Gravity. So, there you go. So again, never minding the round 1 on the bottom of the clock there. This is the third and final round. It was 1 apiece there, Team Gravity and Backlash.
It's game on.
And now coming out on this, it's going to be Torrent. And Nillywick finding, almost a slice through for the 3-point shot. Taken here, good pass, but just bounces off the Geo. And down low, it will go to Simon. who's going to find a bouncer, taken back. Oh, the stack just barely missing Maddie, so it'll go over to the other side and to the bottom of the ramp. There's that other stack coming in again. Torin looking to score, but he will not because Lewis is there for more grabs, that is, as he goes to the other side. And look at them flying through the arena, maybe buying themselves an open 3 via Trex along the way. Will make him pay for the 5th point. Team Gravity starting off in another just blurry like they did the first round in these first couple minutes. Great defense and incredibly fast boost.
3, 2, 1.
So coming in now,
Teams entering the arena.
Sundance for Backlash's team conceding the first 2 goals, but more than capable of making that up in a hurry at a moment's notice. You know what they're capable of. It's interesting because we haven't actually seen. We know Backlash really loves going to the backboard, right? Torin especially. And you can see him actually right there now as I say that. And there he goes for the swinging pendulum of a dunk. And that's the first 2 for Backlash. But just before that happened, I was going to say, you know, Backlash and Torin especially loves going for the backboard plays. The thing is, they have not gotten those nearly as much as they used to because Team Gravity has been playing so tightly in the midline and just in that outer edge of the bubble that they've been causing these, these passes unsuccessfully. Not getting the good looks, but that is a fantastic look. Nailing the shot is out.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
So Backlash down by 6.
Here we go.
I'm just trying to roll out here and I don't know, just get something going. They have to figure this out because look, again, the pressure in the midline, that's a thing. Backlash is being denied the passing that they usually like, the medium to long range passing. Because look, Viatrex is pressuring over here. Over on the other side, the Torin was pressured, still manages to get that. And that's a nice delivery out to Nillywick, and now going for the backboard play. And right now, Team Gravity needs to recollect on the defense and recognize that they have one more cross. And so, as a result, there is the points and the offensive chance that they were looking for.
12, 11.
Well, that is good stuff for them, and it's 8-4, and making a game out of this. It is contested. There's 6 minutes and 40 seconds left in this semifinals match. This is the 3rd round. So Viatrex rolling out now. Their lead's still intact, but not guaranteed. And right there, that will buy them some opportunities. Maddie, Torin having it stolen. Viatrex going to the other side. And now another stack, another overshoot, taking it back. It's Maddie. Maddie will have a Torin on his back, but then on the back is another attack, and Simon going for it, but taken out again. This defense in the mid lane is incredible. The pacing is indescribable. Blistering, maybe. It doesn't even do it justice. It's crazy. Going in here with a defense, slinging that out, over to the tunnel. Team's not even giving me a chance to breathe because look at how back and forth it is.
It out of there, so.
The rate that these teams are making it from one end to the other. Not even midfield to midfield, midline to midline. It's just one end to the other, going in for another. Now, 2-point game in this 3rd round.
12, 11, 10.
Whoever wins this one
8, 7, 6.
in store for, oh, no, a rematch again, a restart. I'm not sure what happened there. Well, in spite of that, or despite that, just a incredibly close game. Let me listen to the comms real quick. I'm still not quite sure what happened. I don't know. I was listening to the player comms, but I'm not quite. They have the 533. I'm not sure what the restart was for specifically. I didn't catch it. Was trying to. So my bad on that one. But we should be getting started here again. It looks like heading back to the tunnels to press the button. So indeed, just a short intermission. Our apologies. So again, for those joining us here today for the first time, this is a semifinals match. The first round was already played there in these preseason playoffs of sorts, I suppose you'd call it. And well, the first one, it was Team Gravity coming ahead of Toxic Units in the 2 rounds. And then the second match, it was Backlash taking a bit of a forfeit situation, but they took the win nonetheless over Blast. And Blast currently, or at least we're having a game. I believe they got a sub, Slin, to play against Toxic Units in the lower bracket. So it is double elimination. These matches are best of 3 until the finals later on. And now off and rolling we are once more. So it's 8-6 in favor of Team Gravity. Team Gravity with the possession. They're going to go into the other side. That is a bounce that will have a slight chance, but off the barrier there and taken back by Nillywick. So Nilly dishes it over to Torin. Torin will be contested by Vaya. Vaya trying to get by with a shot, with a pass, whatever it was. He gets the disc, but could not find the shot. So Nilly takes it back and goes once again to the tunnel. And once more, these stacks are going to be a factor here. Who gets there first? Anyone's question. Look at that. About 6 different players converging all at the exact same time. A true testament to the incredible speed and collection of these 2 teams over in the European scene for Echo Arena. Just absolutely incredible watching them and how coordinated they are on the team play end. Stacks and passing alike. So fantastic match. 1-1 on the rounds. Maddie will wind it in. Oh, that was covered very well. Oh, but the pass and the cross into the goal, and it's tied once more. Score for score now in this 3rd round. Fantastic match unfolding for us here. And that was Sundance, assisted by Torin. Going in from those tight angles, but just getting it past that goalkeeping. And, you know, Al Pacino, he's already had some great saves going in for now. A great play. Al Pacino, the aforementioned, doing exactly what he's been doing, being a great team player this time on the offensive end. And now it's an 11-8 lead for Team Gravity. We have 3:40 left. Would not be surprised to see a 3 from Backlash now just to keep up this entire just flow of things. It's so back and forth. The symmetry between these 2 teams in this 3rd round. On that approach, they're going for those long crosses to the sides until their teammates work up into the bubble, finding the positioning now. So there's the passes. These are the ones that Backlash has been missing in the sense that they've not been available because of the defense from Team Gravity. So there you can see Via pressuring, and that one will maybe cause a turnover, not quite, but you can see that that's the kind of pressure that bothers them. You don't give them time to work it up. You give them time to get into the bubble. That is what they will do. They will find those 2s. They will find the passes directly near that goal, whether it's on the backboard or direct with a cross pass in front. That's exactly what Backlash feasts off of and has been doing so all season long.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I mean, you can tell these teammates have been playing together for a long time. In fact, unless I'm mistaken, Backlash is the longest tenured, like, 4-man roster now, or full roster, dating back to pretty sure 2018. I'm trying to think. I mean, a lot of the players still around, but always, you know, the roster situation always a bit volatile in Europe, it seems. But these guys have been teammates now, you know, for pretty much the entire year, and it shows in that team play that you see. Now that said, it makes it all the more impressive that you have someone like Team Gravity with you know, some new players, a couple new players on there. Viatrex really being the only remaining one from 2017. But still able to look so collected on the offensive end and on the team play end. It's really lovely to see. But now Lewis will go down low, seeing his teammate there, Al Pacino. Now up to Viatrex, going in from mid, looking for a shot. Oh, he almost had the angle. Torin really wasn't that bad of a shot because the goal was looking pretty exposed, just enough for to find the cracks. But unfortunately, maybe half a second too late on the throw. And now Maddie will find the back out to Sundance. So off it goes once again. Backlash on this attack. They can take the lead here with a score. There's 1 minute and 16 seconds left. They're going in for the nest and a save. Spectacular from Simon. Critical, especially because that would have been the loss of the lead. Al Pacino going for the clear, cannot find a deep one. So recovered here by Sundance. The team's still alive for Team Gravity, but with less than a minute left, Sundance is going to work this up, and they can smell the blood right now. They can feel the momentum shifting. That bounce pass will shift over to Nillywick. 48 seconds left. At this point, maybe Backlash wanting to hold this and just play for the very last goal if they can. But no, they're going to go in. Oh, Simon! Stop it! You unbelievable monster! What a save, but couldn't get the clear. That is going to hurt them so much here because 30 seconds left, and if they get this shot, there may be no time left for Team Gravity. One more approach. Nillywick going for the backboard. The beautiful stun from Simon. Absolute MVP for Team Gravity on the defensive plays. Gets it clear to the other side. Torin will receive the disc. He'll look for the clearance to the pocket. 16 seconds left.
15 seconds.
And now again, Simon taking it away. He will clear it out. Simon, the absolute MVP for Team Gravity in this final minute and a half of gameplay. If they can manage to come away with a win. 4 seconds left. No time on the clock. A shot going through. 1 second. No time. And it is Team Gravity moving on to the finals. Unbelievable gameplay from them. What a match. 2-1 by 1 point. Absolutely incredible. Full credit there to both of those teams for providing us one of the most incredible finishes I have seen so far in this league. We've had a bunch of them, and that one was gorgeous. Man, oh man. Whew. Never mind the round 2 count on the clock there. Incorrect because of the restarts, just to say. But unbelievable. What was it? 13-12. 1 point game regardless, and I'm sorry, I'm in recovery mode. I can't even believe what I just saw there. Those were the most clutch saves. I mean, any one of those individual saves from Simon, not to mention that stun and the steal and the clear, but any one of those individual plays could easily be like a #1 play on a top 10 list or something for an entire season. I mean, that was a most crucial moment, and he did it twice on the saves, and then he got the clear, and then on the other end he got the interception in the midfield. That was unbelievable work by Simon. Congrats to their team, Team Gravity. We're advancing now in these playoffs. For Backlash, they'll fall into the lower brackets, still with a chance facing the winners. I haven't kept up to date because I've been casting, but facing the winners of Blast and Toxic Units, whoever that was. And unbelievable. I will give Viatrex as well MVP credits for the first round, especially. Just for the stuns. I mean, honestly, the brawling he was doing in the midfield all game long, but especially in in that first round where Team Gravity got the victory. That one was as crucial as anything because he really forced Backlash out of their comfort zone. And that's what really bought them a lot of that opportunity. Just an unbelievable game. Thank you all for watching and for bearing with my screams. Man, was that exciting or what? I can't wait because now we're going to have some more fantastic matches coming up in the very near future here. I'm just trying to catch up here on situation. Either or, though. I mean, wonderful watch. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. And Subtlety over there on the cams. We're going to, I believe, just cut for a little bit just to figure out the distribution of the game situation as well as the casters who's going to do what exactly. So we'll be back shortly after an intermission with some more games. But stay tuned because we're in for a really exciting finish here for the EU Finals.
Come on, teams.
All right, hello everybody and welcome. Sorry, we kind of got a fast start here. It looks like the teams kind of just ended up readying up here without some confirming to do, but we're going to start this nonetheless. Hopefully it's going to be kind of just a maybe a slight jump start, but they're going to get getting off the post backlash. Going to be passing this forward to Nillywick. Nillywick being able to put this in for a 2 minutes. Sorry about that, 2 on the board with under a minute into this game. And trying to just get everything collected. Palidore is getting some water. He'll be back momentarily. We have Dimwit here. He's going to be joining us as well. We have the 3-man cast going on. He's going to be giving us some analysis coming through. And we got so much subtlety on the cams. This is me, Andy W, talking right now on the cams. And a 3-point shot coming through, sinking that 5-0 for Backlash, starting this out.
What a beautiful shot there by Nillywick to put that one in off the backboard for that 3. That was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, beautiful shot coming through, leading them their game out here right now. And starting to just try to finish the rest of my setup here since we kind of got jumped a little bit, but Lone Gecko going to be able to take this forward, showing some of the patience we saw in some of these earlier games where we, Dimwit and I have been following them. And Finn, she's going to be trying to take that open shot, but Nillywick's going to be able to recollect this, moving around the bubble for a short pass, coming forward to Torrent on that bottom pyramid with a clear down through for their team, finally trying to get this through. That defensive stack over shooting, Backlash being able to hold on to this, getting some of the patience, coming forward, trying to see what they can do in this 2v2 in the goal, actually a 3v2 in the goal. That shield pass going to be intercepted, a great read by Boop, and kind of a wry clear with Nillywick going to be able to recollect that. An errant pass again followed up. We got Slint who's going to be able to take that, tap it forward. A kind of mosh pit going on above the tunnel here with a clear. The boost, defensive boost, going to be able to miss that with this flat bounce off the wall coming back. Now, we're going to see what Boop's going to be able to do here. He's been showing this patience all day so far, just kind of walking it forward, taking his time, drawing these defenders forward. The back pass to Finn. She's going to be trying to give it forward, slightly off with the stun defender. Torrent getting stunned as he throws it up to Nillywick. Nillywick's going to have a chance here. The boot's coming back into the goal. That's going to be intercepted. Finn showing up again, giving another save on the board. Cross pass up off the tunnel wall. It's going to be bouncing free around. Nillywick going to be able to collect this, bring this forward for their team.
Catches the enemy.
I'm taking a moment to catch my breath here. These teams just going back and forth so much, with Backlash being able to get this in the bottom of their bubble. A great interception by Slint. Slint going to be trying to take this behind the goal. A 1v3 through the bubble. Fantastic call for Slint here.
I do wish we could see the angles on the shots reported by the UI, because the angle on that shot was just, that looked impossible. He was able to hook that one in for that. It's got to be 90 degrees, or if right about maybe 88 degrees, because that was absolutely amazing. They shot there to put that one in for blast.
Yeah. Hello, friends. By the way, I'm here.
Hey, welcome back, Palidore. Yeah, we kind of got jump started on this. It kind of ready up and went on without us.
Yeah, wouldn't be the first time. I did that once upon a time to a certain league official. So you know what? It's okay. It happens. Anyone who witnessed that last Backlash match, you know why I was gone. I had to get a lot of water, because coming in here now, it's gonna be a reception collection by Sundance. But again, for anyone who joined us for that last game, Team Gravity Backlash, one of the most incredible defensive finishes I've ever seen, and that's no joke. But in any case, no joke on this one. It's Torrent going in with one pass to Maddie, and that one will be the 7th point for their team.
Ooh, that was a nice setup. Some good boost getting down into there, and that pass above the goal. We know that's kind of Backlash's home. It's just to sit up there and being able to put that in. A great shot. And to answer the Twitch chat, yes, it will be a best of 3. Once we get into the finals after this game for the next match on who wins this, going into the finals, we'll end up going into a best of 5 situation.
Yeah, going in here, it is Nillywick with the pass actually to Maddie. Maddie going across up top. He's going to be contested heavily, and it's going to go right back down to Nilly. And now Nilly will find a pass over to Sundance, and then right back to Nilly. You can see that nice quick succession, just to tap passes back and forth between their team. And that's what they're so good at.
Yeah, they're fantastic at it. They just love showing this patience and these accurate passes. And that clear going to be just bouncing away from the defender who's going to be able to collect that. And Sundance going to be able to just look at this patience coming forward from this team.
Looking very well collected here, as is often the case. And right now going up to the top, but Torrent was stunned out, so couldn't make the grab. It was actually in that game against Team Gravity, I noted it was because Backlash, you know, they couldn't find those long passes and find their patient work up into the floor like they're used to because of so much midfield pressure. But maybe against Blast here, see if that's the same case or not. Nope, that shot will find its place. So Torrent going up 9-2.
Man, that was a nice shot, just being able to catch the inside of that top post, bouncing it back down into the goal. Kind of a nice little lob underhand past the goalie. That's a great shot, getting him their lead even further here as we're coming down past a little halftime here. Less than 5 minutes remaining, 9-2. Blast's not out of this, though. They're going to be able to still climb this hill. There's plenty of time to get their strides going.
Now looking for that deep shot. It will be slightly off. And now taken back here and bounce cleared. Trying for the tunnel, but it'll be in the pocket instead. Finn slapping it out over to Boop on the other side. Boop going for a deep shot up there. Even when he doesn't, doesn't have to think about it. It's just a Boop shot will go by default whenever he slaps it out. And off to the other side now to the back pass. Torin will get that one. Down low it goes to the floor. Nice boost coming in, but cannot find a clear again. So it'll remain on this side for at least the meantime.
Yeah, and these discs have just been bouncing crazy, as Dimwi keeps like to point out. Me calling it the 5-head, bouncing off that offensive stack and just continuing to be dangerous as this is getting contested all around this hourglass. Finn, she's going to pass this back, but Nillywick being in the right spot at the right time, getting that nice slow clear to come through for the team with the stacks coming through with the open goal available. Will Sundance be able to put this in? He shoots for the 3 onto the backboard. Torrent's going to be able to take this, juking around. A beautiful little dance there to put that in for a 2.
Oh, just gorgeous moves from Torin there. Doing what he does. He loves that backboard play. I say it a lot, but it's true. This time, it was contested, but gave him just a little wiggle, went up and down a little bit, and then finally found the goal, trying to kind of do mirror exercise with the Gecko there for a moment before he finally scored. And Boop, just going for a deep one, a little bit too high, but that was pretty on line. Just not quite in the goal. That one will also roll out. A little bit further off on that one. Sundance taking this away, so 11-2 for Backlash still, and maybe about to find themselves with an even larger lead indeed. Torin with the 3.
Backlash just showing that chain and boost. I've talked about it endlessly, where they're just able to just get this set up. They clear it down through mid. They already have that pre-made stack. They boost through, and they're able to beat that defense back and getting to be able to punish these open 3s and getting another 3-pointer on the board as Backlash.
14-2 now for Backlash. They're coming back after that last round of the last series and looking more like themselves at the moment. For Torin, he's going to fling that out there to his second stack. Nillywick and Sundance looking for it. Clear and boost, but the other stack, losing it off. The Geo, so almost rolling in. Could have been punishing, and now taking it out is Boop. So that's a good grab and clear from him.
Oh man, that was close. What a very close attempt, kind of punishing that block, but it's going to be in for a 3. Blast finally able to make these points and punish that open goal, and it's just a burner from 9 meters to put into the goal.
What a sling into the goal, or what a slin, I guess you could say. That was a nice look for him. So there's some points, more points on the board finally for a Blast. Slin coming in the clutch to sub here today, and over to Sundance. He'll try and find the clear. It's just going to be collected right back though by that Blast stack. Only for a moment, though. So much defense is in this midfield, and cluster ups are just not buying these people a lot of time to actually find any great angles on passes or clears.
And it's insane to see that they're stopping so many plays and the boost coming through, and it's going to be stopped. That's some good defense there coming through from Blast and being able to stop this Backlash charge.
If only for a moment, because Backlash now charging right back. They'll have themselves maybe an opportunity at a goal. Could not find it. A pass, perhaps indirectly going to get to the hands. Instead, actually intercepted by Boop. He will take the deepest of shots, go for the deepest of boosts, looking for the 2. And there is Lone Gecko bringing it 14-7. Maybe too far to come back, but at least finding some momentum now and getting some more points on the board late here.
Yeah, and it looks like Blast starting to wake up here, getting some points on the board, getting some momentum, maybe taking that into that second game, trying to get this, winning that second game and putting them into that 3rd round possibility. They're definitely not out of the question, though, as Blast, as they pick up this speed.
Speed definitely going to be on the side of them on this one, because it's another open goal there, and it's Nillywick capitalizing.
Oh man, kind of unfortunate, as maybe some of that commentator curse coming through, but Blast possibly needing to just find a way to get back, either just get some of those stacks maybe away from some of the stunning that's stopping their stacks from getting back, or getting maybe that defensive stack to shift back into a little bit safer position to make sure they have that goalie to block those open 3 attempts.
Right, and well, indeed, I was mentioning that a little bit in the one of the first casts here. Nillywick comes in for another score. That's 2 more as this round expires, 19-7 for Backlash. But yeah, I was mentioning that before, and that it's kind of the double-edged sword of the meta over in Europe. They're a lot more clear and boost and just boost heavy in general compared to North America, and that does, as a result, sometimes concede those open goals with just the faster pace of these European matches. But
yeah,
that said,
absolutely.
We do have Dimwi over on analysis sort of now, I think, so he's going to tell us what he thinks.
Yes, I am still here. Yes, this was a big game for Backlash. Going down, looking at the individual stats here, we do have game high points in Nillywick currently. Torin pulling it up behind with 7, both on the same team, so that is absolutely massive. But also, we got to talk about Backlash's defense here, because as we're looking at the team stats, there's only a differential of about 30, a little over 30 seconds here. But you can see shots taken, both teams pulling 9 shots, but 5 saves going to Backlash here. So you can see that both teams with really aggressive offensive plays, but Backlash able to shore up that back line there to get a lot of those saves to stop those. So we are kind of looking at maybe a bit of a quality over quantity on the side of Backlash's Blast, pushing it in. But as well, we should also talk about the fact that Backlash, every time they come in on offense, they get, 1, 2, 3 opportunities. They don't make it on the first, they get a second. They don't make it on the second, they get it on the third. So a lot of good chances by Backlash here to persist and to get those goals to make that a 12-point game as we start here in the second.
And off and underway. Thank you for that, SirDimwi. Always coming through in the clutch with the reports on the analysis. And now going in for a 1-on-1, and it's going to be saved by Boop. He is a full-fledged goalkeeper this season, and I'm not even saying that sarcastically anymore. He has had some great saves. He's not in the goal a lot, but when he is, he's got a handful of great ones over the course of the 6 weeks.
Yeah, that's insane. You can just see him wiggling around and able to catch those 2-point shots are just so incredibly hard to catch, and him just pulling through, clutching up for his team, shutting down that first offensive drive.
Absolutely. And now looking for a maybe return on the other end, but it's just going to be grabbed back by Backlash. Going to be piled upon by some players there for Blast. That's one thing, Blast, since they have switched up their strategies and going in, actually it's Torin off the backboard. I was going to say Blast has been as fast as any team in the last few weeks of gameplay, I've noticed.
Yeah, they're definitely speedy, quick, and as this cross pass comes forward onto that nest and putting in for a 2 points is Maddie being able to finally punish some of that open space, working its way through the defenders. But this EU style with how these chains are working, Backlash they're just as quick. And it's crazy to see how fast some of these EU teams have gotten. As we've seen on Gravity, we have Lewis and Simon coming through, and they're just incredibly quick, trying to, in their own kind of world of their meta.
Ooh. That's going to be a roll into the goal, and there is, the result of the meta. So many dings, and then Slim puts it in. Oh, man.
No. That was so many dings.
Oh, man, I've never seen that before, at least not in a live game. I know Boop before told me just to test it out, they tried really slow shot one time in practice mode, and they got like 20 or 30 dings out of it, but wow. Slyn, I think, he grabbed the disc a little bit behind, which as a result, auto-grabbed it into the goal, and that one will almost roll into it. Knocked loose, right into the hands of Torin on the save. Wow.
Torin, that is an insane save, and now they're going to have their offensive drive to come back and try to put this in for a 3, and they're going to just go wide, but Torin, what an insane save. Back and forth on the saves from both these teams. Infinity, she's finally going to be able to collect this and give this nice up pass to Slyn. Slyn going to be able to see what he can do, getting around this defensive chain, coming off the tunnel wall. It's going to bounce up, and the defenseman finally going to be back there to tap it out and buy them some time.
So it's now in the hands of either or. A big pile up starting to form in that same general area. It's taken by Boop initially, cannot find it. Finn does. Trying to reacquire it. Maddie gets it over into the tunnel. They look for the immediate boost now. Down middle it goes off the ricochet. There's another boost at play though for Blast as well. So it goes back to them. Lone Gecko coming away, trying to get it through the defense now. But look at how quickly they go from off balance to in balance. That Backlash stack. They were in the mid-court, and then 2 seconds later, 3 of them were all back on defense in the goal. So impressive.
Yeah, and as we're talking about it, just the speed of these chains and how fast they're just getting back and forth and adjusting to these styles. It's just loose everywhere, just a wild game back and forth. They're bringing it down into the bubble. Torin waving around, getting stunned out. Slin with a clutch punch out onto the offenseman there.
Now taken right back, and so the defense here for Blast currently not really in the goal, only a couple of them, and right now Backlash wants to take advantage of it, and they will. Good dish from Nillywick from Torin for their 6th point.
Torin being an absolute animal up and down the court, showing that he's got what it takes to be in the goal and save those shots for his team. And then he comes into offense and just hits that cross pass right up to Nillywick into that open goal, baiting that goalie away. What a great effort from Torin.
Absolutely. And now over to the tunnel goes. See those double stacks once again at play. Both of them are kind of hovering around middle for Backlash. Now getting stunned out a bit and just dispersing back to the goal. So Lone Gecko will roll over to Slin. He'll have an opportunity. Actually opts to back it out instead, and Gecko will take that away, back it out. And now a backboard play to the front, and then that one will buy them the first goal of this 2nd round. Took about 4 minutes almost, but that was a good look off a fortunate rebound.
Oh man, that was a while. And then finally, after some of those loose shots kind of coming around, some passes coming through, and Affinity, she's able to finally come up off that shield and punish that not getting caught from the goalkeeper there and putting that in for a 2, getting some points on the board there. 6-2, 5 minutes left, and it's really anybody's game with how these two teams are playing.
Absolutely. And you know, Finn being a historically very defensive player, she has that mindset of positioning, proper positioning. Going in now for a pass. That was a good stun out to deny Torin the reception there. But yeah, that just awareness. Maybe trying to come into play here, but can't save that one. So a Nillywick gets the shot.
Nice cross pass again. These passing coming out from Backlash, just showing some of this dominance in what their passing is and just making their way around Blast. It's really impressive to see some of that patience come through and how they're looking around with that positional awareness as well.
Absolutely, and yeah, to answer Lanzan, well, Suburban already did, but that's Andy W. from Synapse joining me on commentary here, co-casting. As well, we have SirDimwi over on analysis between the rounds, going to town on the punch. Fortunate there, gets locked loose, but retaken by Sundance, so he'll have a chance, but Boop will pass it out or sling it out, knowing that someone is going to be on the other side to receive it. The question was who, but it was Finn, and there it goes into the other side once again with the stacks coming in quickly, and now finding the 2.
Oh man, looks like Torin's just going to be able to miss that, but Boop on the other end of that play, making that stop, allowing this whole drive to have. It looked like, I believe it was Maddie headbutting that away, and eventually just getting into the hands of Blast, being able to boost and get down there, chest past Torin. An excellent drive from Blast, finally getting some more points up on the board. 8-4, they're not out of this. They have plenty of time to come forward in this game.
Absolutely. I mean, they do need to win this game, Blast does, but just to force the 3rd round. But I mean, yeah, it's not out of the question here. Now, right now, Maddie's cutting wide open in the goal. Finally does get covered. He's still down below, but going for the barrier pass. And oh, the goal just gets left off of that dive. So Sundance will capitalize for the 6-point lead.
Yeah, kind of an aggressive dive coming back to bite him, unfortunately. We've seen some of these EU plays coming out. I believe it might have just been Blast into their game. They took some of these aggressive dives, and it's such a 50-50 sometimes. It hurts when you get burned, and sometimes it'll just lead to a 3-pointer. A good punish by Backlash, though, being able to get that open 2-pointer in.
And then taking a tough shot there from the tunnel. I saw an open goal for just a moment, but you got to know with the Backlash stacks that those goals are not open for very long typically, so they are always dangerous ones to make, but obviously Boop is someone who can make them at every opportunity if he does have the opportunity and the angles, the open angles.
Absolutely, and a nice little tap forward. It's going to be coming up to Nillywick. They're going to be setting up this offensive. Torin in his home above goal, being able to slap that down into the goal. We always love to see Torin up there, and he's been making so many plays just above that goal.
Absolutely, it's one of his favorite spots, and why shouldn't it be? That's what I always preach, is just go for those plays either behind the goal or in front of it. But when you start going into the territory where you're taking shots from the corners and the sides or above or below directly as a shot goes off, those are lower percentage chances just because, one, the angle to actually score is smaller, and 2, the angle that the goalkeeper can save those is much smaller. So they only have to put their hands in specific places, and they become much easier saves from those tougher angles. But now going in from that one, and Maddie, so just throwing everything I said out the window because he saved that one from head on in the goal. But yeah, just that absolutely, as Sundance goes through, and that one will.
Wow, Sundance wiggling his way around Boop on the shield there. Boop kind of holding his hands out in awe, just like, what was that? You see him holding him out to the side, but Sundance putting on the moves and being able to just slap in another 2-pointer there for his team, extending lead even further, 14-4 with under 2 minutes left.
And I will say, too, though, I mean, even if you are taking it from those tough angles, as another intercept and shot goes through, maybe a rebounded 3, in fact, but no, it's cut off there by Gecko. But working your way into the offense sometimes, I know one thing that comes in handy, those whirly twirlies that you and that other W are famous for.
Yeah, it's definitely been something we do. And a Boop shot coming up off the ceiling actually here from Backlash, and they're going to be able to recover that behind their own goal, starting to try to get this forward to soft taps up to Sundance, and a clear finally coming through tunnel. But yeah, those it's kind of weird. You can find certain ways to get, when you have those 0% angle shots, Boop maybe not knowing those people are actually there. A 3-pointer kind of going straight off the top panel, but the boost is going to be able to recollect. A ding off the top of the bar, kind of unfortunate, but Sundance going to be able to be there. And what an effort and positioning from Sundance to grab that clear that went a little bit astray up to his team.
Very good hands by him, and it results in the 17 points here in the second round. Blast only able to get on the scoreboard twice throughout the 10 minutes, and just Backlash coming back with exactly what we know they're capable of and what they've shown for the vast majority of the season here, and looking strong to come back into the upper bracket now.
Yeah, and Backlash is showing how consistent they are, and even though they lost that last game, they're not letting it get to them. They're just coming through so strong, trying to get a second chance. Torrent dancing up the wall, taking a shot at the backboard. It's going to go slightly astray up the top wall, with the time going to be running out here towards the end. Sundance maybe looking to get an extra one, but Slin being able to shut that down. What a great drive there from Backlash. Some good games, and ending at 17-4 in that second match.
Yeah, coming away with that one, finding all the momentum, and maybe we'll have to see what it results in as far as when Backlash goes back up against Team Gravity, because Team Gravity gave him an awful hard time just working in any of their offense and doing the normal things that you expect from Backlash. So I'm really curious to see how that matchup goes, because it was a fun one, and now I'm, part of me is just selfishly happy because we get to see it again.
Yeah, exactly. And all right, Dimwi, some of the team left, but if you want to try to give us some of the statistics or some closeout here.
Well, most of the numbers are going to be coming from the Backlash side. Unfortunately, Blast does leave too early for me to pull up their team stats. But looking at, we do have these. This is still true game high points going to Nilly with 14. Torn pulling up behind him with 9. Sundance with 7. But then Maddie pulling up the game high saves of 5, and then 3 apiece to Nillywick and Torrent. Of course, 1 going to Sundance. However, looking over the team stats, you do see a possession time going heavily in favor of Backlash. But what the story of this game really is Backlash getting so many opportunities every time they took a drive on that goal and didn't connect with Blast, either making a save or an interception on a cutting pass. Backlash was able to pick that goal up, picked up the disc again for another opportunity. So it was opportunity after opportunity after opportunity for Backlash, showing that they have that really solid back line that pays off both on the defensive end and the offensive end with those repeat opportunities. And again, the shots were almost equal. I think it was 24-20 in favor of Backlash. So again, I believe we're looking again at a bit of a quality over quantity there in favor of Backlash over Blast. But as we end this one, just so everybody is aware of exactly how the rest of this day is going to go, we are going to see Backlash versus Gravity in the finals here in the best of 5 series. However, if Backlash pulls a win out in that first best of 5 series, we will see a second round of finals, a second round of best of 5, as Gravity does have the opportunity to get a loss here, as they haven't lost yet. So if Backlash wins the first round, we will see a second round of finals. However, if Gravity is able to
all set up, and we're going to bring you those exciting finals, potentially grand finals, depending on how things go. So this has been Palidore, SirDimwi, Andy W. So much for subtlety on the crew, and we'll be joining you real soon again. So we'll be right back.